Lovely stuff. Dan George with Paudie O'Connor. Paudie, how are you? How are you finding the heat here in Reading?
Warm, I'll tell you that. Probably not used to this sunny south. Been based up around Leeds for the last 7-8 years, so been a bit of a change for the last couple of weeks. But yeah, look, we won't complain when the weather's like this.
Had a nice summer, nice holidays anywhere?
Yeah, well, myself and my partner went down to Australia for a couple of weeks. So yeah, we have a lot of friends and family down there. So we decided that we'd make the trip down this year and see them before probably some of them move back up home. So very nice to get away and I suppose decompress after a long season, give the body a bit of a break, and then, as you said, use this time to ramp it back up.
How long have you been back and how have you found pre-season so far here at Reading?
Yeah, I've been back in about 2 weeks. Been very good. Boys have been very welcoming. Training's been intense, it's been tough, but I suppose that's what you want from the first couple of weeks, especially before the games kind of kick in and you can start getting match minutes in your legs. So it's been really good and an enjoyable couple of weeks.
And what do you find the facilities like? I've never been here before today, and it's quite the setup for League One, right? It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get many places like this up and down the country. To be honest, it's state of the art, and the club have done a fantastic job to put it in place, and it's a really enjoyable place to come into work every day, and I think you have kind of all the tools to give yourself the best chance to perform on a Saturday when, as you said, you have the facilities like this.
What's the feeling amongst the group at the moment? You've got to meet the lads now, see them all. What's the feeling going into the season about what you can achieve?
I think there's a sense of excitement there. Obviously, we know how well the lads on the back end of last year in really difficult circumstances, I suppose, behind the scenes and off the pitch. So I think they're probably feeling that if you can add a few new faces, a bit of a mix of experience and youth, we can, as I said, have a successful season going into next year, and I suppose just try and give a bit more depth to the squad.
Watching those kind of off the pitch struggles from afar, what did you make of it? What did you see of it?
Yeah, there was probably no getting away from the fact that it was fairly publicised that the lads were going through a tough time there. There was embargoes and there was obviously kind of issues with money, so you could kind of tell that when they weren't signing a lot of lads that it was probably going to be a difficult year. But as I said, it just shows what the characters of some of the lads inside that change room and the togetherness that they must have had to, as you said, dig in, and especially that kind of from January onwards till the end of the season. That it was very, very impressive the way they dug out results.
And with you moving here, when did you first hear of the interest, and when did you want assurances that a takeover had been completed before completing your move?
It was probably the back end of last season and maybe the first kind of couple of weeks in May. Joe and the gaffer kind of got in touch and kind of pitched that, as you said, the takeover had been signed off by that stage. It had kind of gone through all the EFL ratifications and whatever else needed to happen. So I was kind of at ease with that side of it, and I suppose after that then it just comes down to football and kind of where you see yourself fitting into the picture and the project here. So once I spoke to the two lads, I just got a sense of that it was kind of the right time maybe for a change and to try something new. And as I said, myself and my partner will make the switch from north down to south for the first time, and it's just exciting all around really.
What do you hope to bring to this group in terms of leadership and in terms of your football as well?
Yeah, I suppose I've had that leadership role at my last couple of clubs, being one of the more experienced heads. I've played a fair few games over the last couple of years, so you just look to draw on those experiences and try and help the group in whatever way you can. As you said, there's a few of the younger lads here, so hopefully I can help them from a defensive point of view, and just try and lead by example really from Monday to Friday, and then, as you said, your performances hopefully on a Saturday, and just try and be a voice of the back four and really just drive standards around the place. When
you signed, Noel Hunt described you as exactly the type of player that Reading need. What do you think he means by that?
So probably I've had the tag down through the years from supporters that I've played in front of, that he's your kind of heart on your sleeve type defender, and kind of leaves it all out on the pitch, whether that's playing through injury or whatever else. I'm happy to do that from kind of day dot, and that's what I suppose, bringing that side of it, bit of gamesmanship, bit of know-how. As I said, I've been lucky enough to play a big number of games over the last couple of years, and a lot at this level. So I kind of know what needs to be done to go and get results. And as I said, hopefully I can just add a little bit of that to the group.
How difficult was it to leave Lincoln? You were their captain. Your contract ended up expiring, and you came down here. Was it a difficult decision to decide to make the switch and not remain there?
Yeah, it was. I won't lie. Had 3 very enjoyable years up at Lincoln. Really good club, really well ran, and there was a really good group of players there. So in terms of straightforward, it was probably far from it. But yeah, just I suppose I had very open conversations. The club are very understanding of my circumstances and kind of the age I was getting to, and I suppose there's when you get past 27, 28, there's not a whole pile of contracts left on the table. So yeah, it was some honest conversations between myself and the club, and they were understanding of my decision to come down here and kind of gave me their well wishes, which was much appreciated.
What have you made of Rob Coig so far? Have you met him?
Yes, I have. I've met him on the day I signed. He was down here, so yeah, I think he's an infectious character. He's, as you said, when you walk into a room, you know he's there. But it seems like a really, really good guy, and as I said, I only met him kind of briefly on that day, but I hope to, as I said, spend a lot more time with him over the next couple of years. And as I said, with him at the helm of things and the people he has working for him, I think the club is in good hands.
What do you guys want to achieve as a group this season?
I think just to be as successful as we can. As I said, by probably the first game of the season comes around, there'll be a fair few new faces through the building, so it's probably about getting them to gel as quickly as we can and being able to hit the ground running as best we can. But I think if we do that, and as I said, the way we train Monday to Friday and the intensity we do it at, and the standards that the gaffer and the senior pros will demand off people, I think it leads us very in good stead to kind of finish as high up the table as we can.
Is promotion quite an open conversation amongst you guys?
Yeah, I suppose the first couple of seasons, or the first couple of weeks, sorry, it's more about just kind of getting the workload through, and then I suppose as pre-season goes on, you can and kind of you've the bulk of your squad through the door, you can start having those maybe kind of group conversations as to kind of where you see. But yeah, look, the lads done so well last year, and I'm just missing out in the playoffs. I think no one's under any illusions that with a few new faces to add to it, and as I said, it's kind of bring a bit more depth to the squad. There's no reason why we can't hit the playoffs again. Just
finally, what's your message to the Reading fans? What kind of football will you bring, and what can you promise them?
Yeah, I suppose just be excited. It's a very exciting time for the club. I know obviously some might have thought that things are moving a little bit slowly, but the market in League One is, as everyone probably knows, has gone a bit crazy. So, but no doubt, come the first game of the season, this squad will be in good stead to have a real good crack, and yeah, it'll be an energetic bunch. It'll be front-footed, and yeah, a nice and aggressive team to get behind.
Well, Paudie, thank you for your time and best luck this season.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
Top stuff.